Let's try that again. What's up, guys? How we doing today? Another day of streaming. Got a good 6-hour run going on. Hope everyone's doing good this morning. Or this afternoon, I should say. Get my days and my nights mixed up a little bit. Especially since it's now, in the afternoon. So, we're gonna do some more bracketing. It's getting pretty far. We've got some new story in the main area. We got a lot going on in the map. And we have a lot of areas to do. So yeah, we started kicking it around the new area. So we're gonna keep working our way over to this town here. Kind of complete these 4 areas, and then we'll do some dungeons and complete some quests. So, let's get into it. Let's have some fun, and we'll see how it goes. Actually, the first thing I want to do, so I'm going to come back up. What I want to do, since we're working that way, I actually want to come this way and clear all this up, since we cleared that side of the map already. We're starting off with a thresh. Let's see what we got going on. Get rid of that thresh. Still trying to figure out why bog thresh is in the middle of like the dry plains, but there's that. Still don't know why that jump exists, but it's fun to take. New Cullen. I don't know if that's a city. Guess we'll find out. Guys, can't tell by now, but I hate despelling chests, but I refuse to waste points in it. It's one of those things that you can just get good. You don't have to worry about it. But you gotta get good. Lord Crass. In this game, I'm not a fan of people with titles because they tend to be jerks. There's another chest hidden behind the tent. Don't break my lockpicks. Don't need it.
Welcome. I know our little camp doesn't look like much, but it's home. After all, what is home but a place where people love you? I am Lord Crass, heir to Dolve Arn, and soon to be mayor of New Cullen.
What is New Cullen? Oh, that's actually the question. I'm not going to ask that first. Let's go with Lord Crass.
My cousin Cliath Arn abandoned Dolvearn for a life of waste and frivolity in Rathir. When the war began, I was forced to hand everything over to the Alfar army, except Erlich here. I will return one day. It is my birthright.
What's your problem with Forsaken Plains?
It is no place for these people. I've seen many sorrowful sights in my travels abroad, and nothing could have prepared me for the suffering I've witnessed here. If what they say is true, then the Forsaken Plain is truly cursed. Only the Fae could have spoiled a place so utterly. To them, death is just a new beginning.
What about the refugees around?
The war took everything these poor folk possessed. Their farms, their families, their future. Now they search for hope in a hopeless land. At Dolvearn, I was born into wealth, into prestige, and I took it for granted. That is why I've devoted myself to raising these good people up.
Okay, what do you think of the Tuatha?
Out here? No. I have not seen any Tuatha on this long, treacherous road. However, there are plenty of other dangers to avoid. Trust me. Bandits prowl the high cliffs to the east, and there is talk of spies among the refugees. But I am not one to heed rumors and suspicions.
Okay, so now I gotta ask, what is New Cullen?
Ah, I'm glad you asked. The village of Culn was a place of peace, of prosperity. Now it is little more than ashes and bones. But by burning our homes, the Tuatha have kindled in us a fire for survival. We will build a new Culn. All I need is the gold to support this bold undertaking, possibly by retrieving the treasures of Culn. Care to help?
I do like treasure. What is the treasures of Cullen?
There are many valuables, but only a chosen few will fetch the kind of gold we need to begin construction. A painting, an urn, a box, and some jewelry.
Sure, I'll help.
A nobler soul I've never met. Now, here is what I intend to do, because like all good leaders, I have a plan. My plan involves the treasures of Culn.
You mentioned.
The people of this good village were not mere farmers, but members of the highest strata. Their collection of valuables was truly second to none. To safeguard those possessions, and because many proved cumbersome on this long journey, they hid them. I want you to bring them to me. Sadly, we will need to sell them.
So where are they?
The items are in Bitter Cove, east of here near the hills. It was deserted when we spent the night there, but I fear it's been occupied since then. Goodbye.
Where that is, I can help. Ooh, he whiffed on that. Oh my god, that was bad. Alright, I'll get you through the boxes. I got you too. Sorry, milady. You had to die. Okay, so we want to work our way that way. But let's go here first. Working our way over there, but we're not rushing. We don't want to rush. Like, as much as this game has a lot going on, a lot of things to do, I don't rush too much, you know? Here I'm looking a little yellow. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Do something real fast. I wanna... You can shift it just a tad. Done. Okay, that's a little better. Sorry. Let's get back to it. How did it? Looks better. Okay. Sorry, I was messing with a lot of settings before we started the stream today. I wanted to get my audio better. I was listening to some of the clips and it was, you know, I was talking to some people who watched the stream and they'd mentioned that it was hard to hear some of the audio from the game, my voice. Like, I was really loud, my game was really low, and comes some of the shots, my face was really washed out, but my clothes were blended into like the chair and stuff, so I worked on fixing that, which if you know anything about audio is a pain in the behind. But I did it. I did it for you guys. Just want to put on a good show. I want you guys to be able to hear what's going on, see the gameplay footage, all that good jazz. Anyway, kind of see the gameplay footage, hear everything that's going on. Is he like standing literally in the entrance so I can't fight him? Because if I go too close, it's gonna like warp me in, see? There we go. Come get me, big boy. Time that wrong. That sucked. Used it, and I didn't get to actually spin off to the side from behind him. So that sucks. I wish I would have done that a little better, but that's okay. He's still going down. Nice. He's still going down. There's a lot of trolls around here. Yeah, so we're going up here. And the reason is because there's another quest point there. There's actually a couple quests in this area. So he just gave us a quest to go into here. And he gave us a quest to go up here. But I want to grab this quest point while we're at it. And see if there's anything else up there we need to work on. So we will sneak up on this troll. I don't get stuck on a rock in a bush. The troll's definitely suspicious of me. Definitely kind of saw me a little bit. Keep turning! Only bad thing about trolls, they're so big. If you guys are ever curious why I don't take a lot of damage from them, is my damage outputs of 600, or my armor is 607, which is a lot higher than it should be. The dread scale armor I'm wearing is like late game armor, but there are a few pieces you can buy, and kind of the good and bad thing that they did when they released the DLCs is they released the DLCs so that when you get to them, you can actually get, you know, it's worthwhile if you did happen to beat the game. So when you get there, you can buy a few late game pieces of armor, but the rest is RNG, and the rest will, you know, drop based on what you need and all that jazz. So, but since there are a few pieces that are hard-coded to be sold, you can buy a few pieces of late game armor if you have the money, and I had the money, so I bought a few pieces of late game armor. Just to say I could. Well, that, and it's super useful. Super useful. I think a dude just beating up that assassin, literally just watching him beat up on his friend. That's really cruddy. Poor woman was just beating on her assassin's friend. The other assassin's like, I'm not touching her. It's like girl power. We ain't doing this. She can beat him up all she wants. We'd friend.
You're a welcome sight. A minute more and I'd be joining our friends on the hill here. Thanks for the assistance. I just figured everyone out here in the Forsaken Plain was either a refugee or one of the freemen. Looks like I was wrong.
Okay. What do you know of the Forsaken Plain?
I don't mind it as much as most, but I was raised in Datir, so I can handle the heat. Can't stand the bandits, though. It's impossible to get a decent night's sleep.
What about the freeman?
You've got to watch your step in the Forsaken Plain. For every cave holds a bandit. Every refugee might be a cheat out to swindle us all. The freemen are especially fierce, for they're fighting not for the take, but for their very survival. Not so different than you or I, they are.
I kind of feel that. So what's your story?
I'm a refugee, like the others in the tents. It's a desperate place. People will do anything to see the next morning. Steal, kill, you name it.
What about the refugees?
Not all of us are from the village of Kulm. We come from all along the Tuili coast. Farmers and merchants, veterans and scholars. The Tuatha have put our possessions to the flame, but we will never accept defeat. Not so long as leaders like Lord Crass and Elrod Edmund act as our standard bearers.
Do you actually dig this Crass guy? I'm still kind of iffy on him. So what are you doing out here?
Actually, I'm a bit ashamed to say. I'm searching for a grave, but not just any grave. The last resting place of Azo Raymond, richest of the Tuili merchants. They say he died early in the march west, claimed by the Forsaken Plain. Rumor has it he's buried with the famous rings of Azo. I could live a year on those.
I can help you search.
I'm glad to hear it. There's plenty of ground to cover between here and Rathir to the north, and another pair of eyes will be a huge advantage. Most of the graves are along the refugee route, usually surrounded by crude markings or gestures left by loved ones. It's a pity they couldn't do more.
So is this Azo Raymond guy?
I heard Azo profited greatly from the war in the east, but that he was forced from his home when the Tuatha plundered Erethel. He moved west with the refugees. But the Forsaken Plain is no place for fat, wealthy merchants. They say he died quickly, with not a soul to mourn him.
Sweet, where's his grave?
If I knew, I wouldn't be hiking all over this hill, reading
That's all I
names
can-
on worn gravestones. With my luck, it's on the other side of the Forsaken Plain. Bye.
Sweet. Already found a few of those. Yep, so there's one, and yeah, there's the other one. Oh, look, it's marked, so we know that's the right one. Glad I came up here, because I was about to go to the Bitter Cove. There's another one. So let's go. Yeah, let's go this way. And we can kind of like hop around a little bit. How are we doing on? Come. Yeah, we got plenty of room. Always gotta check our room for loot, chat. Like, gotta look, because the last thing we want to do is run out of room to store goodies. I like goodies. Take all of it, sure, why not? I still like the plains, man, because right next to the coast. I like water. Put a house on a lake. Be sweet. I'm gonna say, I swear, if she's standing right next to the grave, that's pretty ballsy. Are you really not noticing that I'm here? I mean, okay. She only knows me because of the poison explosion. Man, that's good times. They're looking for the same stuff. They're looking for goodies. Yeah, see that, right? They're looking for goodies. Okay, so we're kind of done here. We've mapped everything, so let's do this. Let's go down to the Bitter Cove, since we have a quest there anyway. We'll pop down to that grave. Maybe that's the grave we're looking for. If it is, cool. If it's not, you know, whatever. Then we'll go into Bitter Cove. See if we can find this dude's stolen artifacts. Or more like recently procured artifacts. So he can sell it and create a city. okay, they didn't do that much to this game. That's pretty funny. I mean, you guys see that, right? Like, I need a real icon. Yeah, you do. You do need a real icon. Because that's not a real icon. Whatever, we're taking it. Like, if you inspect it, it's still... Smudged and smelly handkerchief bears the crest of House Arryn. Once great Ducklefar royal family. I'm a Ducklefar, so that works. I guess we're gonna put that in junk. I don't know what to do with that. Written to inform someone named Britt Hagney that his home in the village of Emer has been prepared for him. To Mr. Britt Hagney, your cottage is furnished and ready for habitation. We have also reviewed your request for storage space to accommodate the unmarked crates you had transported from Rathier. We shall be in touch regarding their destination. It should not be more than a few weeks. Thank you again for choosing Emer. We look forward to seeing you around town and welcoming you into our community. Han and Orca Tetrin, owners, Blue Bear Tavern. You discovered a mysterious letter in Azo's grave. It is addressed to someone calling himself Britt Hagney. It's worth investigating. I would say so. That's pretty entertaining, guys. I mean, the original game is 12... No, sorry. It came out in 2012. It's 8 years old. 8 years old. You think if they were going through and reworking the game, they might have retextured some of the icons. I don't doubt that. So they could have retextured that icon and never finished it, but then should at least have the original icon? Whatever, guys. We're gonna go with it. I've seen so many visual errors in this game. It's not even funny. But the people who remade this game never touched the original, so there's that. So I can't fault them too much, you know what I mean? It was a completely different company that redid the game. So I feel for them, but at the same time, I feel for them, but at the same time, that's a little sloppy, guys. Just a little. But it's okay. We still love them. We're trying to remake this game. It's been great fun. I've been enjoying it. I can't wait to see what they do with the new DLC next year. I'm really excited to play the Dread Kells DLC that I never got to play. Well, I never did. Not that I didn't get to. I had it. I just never did it. So, you know, there's that. I feel like the kobolds we need to kill. We just need to kill them like one more, I think. Punch those bombs. Oh, we just pick up the painting. Okay. Yeah, he totally could carry that painting. The painting was bigger than my character. I love when stuff like doesn't match perception-wise in your brain. You're like, wait, painting's bigger than me, but I'm carrying it with me. Cool, cool. We're gonna go with it. I mean, at this point, I'll go with anything. I don't care. Cool days. Yeah, nope. Really appreciate you guys coming through in the clutch and remaking this game. But yeah, there's definitely a few things that I was kind of like, no. I only bought the IP. It's like less than 2 years ago, like sometime in 2018. But for them to have such little time with it and have such little history with the code and things, like not the, you know, we're not talking the game, because I mean obviously they're fans of the game or else they wouldn't have bought it and remade it, but they definitely weren't familiar with the code and everything else. I can forgive some errors, but we've seen a few technical glitches. Usually they're all visual, so that's definitely a thing. Like so far pretty much all of them have been visual, like the Fey chests. The chests in any of the Fey caverns or the Fey areas. There's basically like circle orbs that are supposed to be sitting on a root system, and the root system is usually several feet, I guess would be a good term in the game, away from it. Like the chest would be here, and then the root system would be like over here. So they weren't actually sitting on the root system. So that's definitely a weird one. Oh, I saw that the last second. That sucked. But yeah, so Trollhide is what I should be finding and should be wearing at this point in time. But instead I'm wearing Dread Scale, which is what this is. It's just named Dread Scale. And it's over 100 points higher. So that's why I don't take hits as hard as most. I'm going to add that to junk. Brand Menen. Is that like a play on banana? Brand banana. Shield. Ooh, it's a finished shield. It's better than mine. The young Prince Bran shield found in a cave on the Ice Brine coast, possibly lost when his ship foundered? What's that thing? Foundered? When he and his people first arrived. What was foundered? It was supposed to be floundered? I don't know. Either way, it's cool, but I like the benefits of mine a little better still. So, not something that's like super problematic. I think they did a really good job. I'm excited to see what they do with the next DLC. There are definitely some glitchiness, some issues, you know. Again, to be expected. If I was in medieval times or like, you know, in any kind of like post-apocalyptic time, this is the kind of guy I want to be. I want to be the guy that's able to like crowd control by jumping between. I say that and then I get stabbed 500 times. I want to be the guy that can roll around and get in between the characters and mess them up. And keep them on their toes, but not knowing where I'm going to be and when. So I love that playstyle in games if I can get it. Just take the urn, and again, the item that's, I wouldn't say the urn's bigger than me, but it's pretty large. So be able to carry that urn and that painting. It's a little suspicious, guys. But I like it. I like games like that. Don't give me a ridiculously hard inventory limit. Yeah, see, same thing. So I'm wearing a Dread Scale hood as well. So that's the thing.